Hello, hello. Okay, let me check if I'm live already. I am Jason. Okay, how's your weekend? Okay, I'm live. All right, welcome back to Ask Jason Anything about meta ads and digital marketing. So, if this is the first time you see me, welcome. My name is Jason. I'm from Malaysia. I'm a meta ads strategist and a digital marketer. I specialize in meta ads optimization, mainly to help businesses to get better results with meta advertising. So, if you're running ads on Facebook and Instagram, chances are, like you're probably getting some results or you're not. So my philosophy is very simple. If you're getting results, before you take it to the next level, such as scaling the budget and stuff like that, or if you're not getting a good result, and before killing a campaign and start all over again, my philosophy is we always need to try to find out why is it working or not working. You see, when you have a campaign that is working, you got to find out why. Otherwise, you'll be scaling without knowing what's working. And that's very dangerous because eventually you do not have a benchmark to measure aside from the cost per results and everything. So that's a very dangerous thing to do. Now, if you are having a campaign that is not working, before killing it, it's also important to find out why. Otherwise, like you're probably going back, reinventing the wheel without fixing what's really, broken in your previous campaign. So that's the reason why, in my opinion, meta ads optimization is really important. So yeah, so that's what I do. And basically, over here, I go live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook page, mainly to answer questions about meta ads optimization, meta ads related questions and stuff. So if you have any questions regarding Facebook advertising, digital marketing, Instagram advertising, first thing I would recommend you to do is you may go over to my YouTube channel, then try to search for the videos that I posted. I've posted over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, mainly, like edited from my sessions like this. So chances are I probably answered, a question similar to what you're having right now. So if you can find an answer, great. Move on and do whatever you need to do, and eventually, yeah, let's come back to me whenever you have any problems again. But if you can't find an answer to your question, all you need to do is just post your question as a comment on my YouTube channel, on my any of my YouTube videos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture your question and I'm going to, just like how I will be doing it later, I will screenshot and I would answer your questions over here during my live sessions. So that's the best way we work together. Now, just in case you have something urgent and something probably you don't want to share to the public, and you want to have a private session with me, this is a this is a QR code that you can scan, and it will take you to my Fiverr gig. So that's where you can book a 30 minutes one-on-one with me, and basically we can discuss about anything. You can share screen, look at your ads manager, really to pinpoint your questions, anything that you're facing right now. This is where we do it together. So yeah, just scan this QR code, buy me a dinner, and I look forward to work with you over Zoom. That's how I work with my clients. Now, in case you are new to meta advertising and you're looking to learn through a well-structured program, okay, I would recommend my Facebook Ads Masterclass. Now, this is a 2.5 hour recorded training. So inside there, it's just one video, but we talk about 5 main elements in the training itself. It's a recorded training. So once you scan this QR code, make a purchase, you can actually access to the training right away without further delay. So we talk about 5 main things in there. First, we talk about, the strategy that I use to structure any Facebook ads campaigns, something that I've been using over 10 years now. Also, aside from sharing the structure, we talk about the budget, segmentation and stuff like that. I also walk you through step by step on how to set up the campaign using my framework. So it's a very detailed walkthrough, step by step kind of hand holding kind of program that you'll be able to go through the program and you'll be able to do it on your own. So that's what we talk about. Now, as we move along, we will talk about other things such as the objective selection. Now, in my opinion, it's really important for us to pick the right objective to start. Otherwise, we will be actually going to the wrong direction, as Facebook will find us the wrong audience who might take the wrong action that we don't want. So that's the key. So understanding objective is really important. So I will walk you through, break down one by one to tell you what's possible, useful to you, and what are the ones that you should avoid at all costs. So that's what we talk about. Now, the third thing we talk about here is, what was that again? Yeah, audience targeting. Yeah, it's something that a lot of people are concerned about. It's in like, how am I supposed to get the right audience, right? So this is where we talk about my techniques about getting the right audience. And after that, we talk about ads design and copywriting. Now, I'm not a design creative person or copywriter per se, but I work with clients from all around the world. I've seen a ton of ads creative and copywriting, and I would definitely share with you what's working right now and what's not, so that you can actually avoid making costly mistake, which can be avoided entirely. So that's what we talk about now. The fifth one is about analytics. In my opinion, anyone can start running ads on Facebook and Instagram, but really knowing what's working or what's not working is really the next key learning that I believe every meta advertisers must learn. So that's where we talk about how do we analyze, what are the metrics to look into, how do we analyze, how do we relate, and how do we make decision based on all these metrics. So these are 5 main elements that we talk about in Facebook Ads Masterclass. It's a recorded training. That means you always get the latest version of it, because from time to time, whenever there are major updates in Ads Manager and stuff, I would actually do a re-recording of the training, and you always get the latest version of it. So yeah, so if that's something that you're looking for, scan this QR code and happy learning. All right. Now, just in case, you see, I understand there are too many so-called, in a way, trainings out there, courses out there, and probably you have gone through some of them and you still can't really seem to find the best way to run ads for your campaign, to find stability, to find, like consistent in results and costs in terms of, like making it stable and, for long term. And you want somebody like just say, come on, man, I've done enough learning. Can you just set it up for me? So I do have a program which I call the Ads Strategy Design and Setup. So it's a done with you program. It's a one-on-one done with you program. So it's just me and you. What I would do is we would design the strategy together, and I will understand your goals and your business structure, your model and stuff like that. So I would design the strategy for you as we talk about what are the budget strategy, what are the audience targeting strategy, how many ads we should actually put in here, what are the ad direction in terms of like, what kind of angles we should use to form the key messages and stuff like that. The top of funnel, the retargeting messaging, everything, including if you do have a landing page, I will definitely go through your landing page and provide recommendations just to make sure that we are actually starting on the right foundation. So that's what we're gonna do in the first call. And then you will go ahead and create your campaign creative and stuff like that. So on the second call, this is where I will set up the campaign for you. Yes, with you. So I would totally encourage that you get everybody in your team that needs to learn about this thing to get involved in the call. I mean, they can be just joining the call and listen to it, but having said that, everything is recorded anyway, so you can actually just share with them the recording so they can learn along the way. So I will set up the campaign for you, and then after that, on the third and fourth call, we will be talking about optimization analytics. That's where I teach you how to understand the metrics, make sense of the numbers, connecting the dots, and try to learn how to make the right decision for your campaign. So that's what we do. So if this is what you want to do, it's a one-on-one done with you program, ends in 4 weeks. And of course you say that, oh, what about afterwards? I do have an ongoing program on a retainer basis where you can actually speak to me half an hour or an hour a week kind of stuff. So we will talk about that later, but this is where we would get your campaign up and running with an optimized framework and structure. It might potentially get you result right away. And from there, we will learn how else we can take this to the next level. There are many things that we can do together. Basically, this is where we can start. So if that's what you want, scan this QR code. Let's schedule a quick discussion and see if we are a good fit to work together. If yes, let's do it. If not, I'll point you to the right direction on what are the other possible programs that you can possibly join to level up your advertising game. All right. So that's what we do now. We have not many questions, but I have some questions that I captured from my discussion with my clients and my friends and my peers, and I would definitely like to address. So if you're listening up to here, if you're watching this live, or whether you're live or you're watching the replay, if you have any questions, pop your question in a comment. If you're live, I will answer your questions, towards the later part of the session after I finish all the questions. If you're not, then I will capture a question and I will, answer in the following live sessions, which happens every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time. Now, the first question I get is from Ram. So The question is, how can you, oh, hang on. I'm supposed to share this screen. There you go. Right, I've been talking all the way up without sharing my screen. Anyway, so let's go through that, right? If you want to talk to me one-on-one, scan this QR code, and then we can actually do that. If you want to learn Facebook ads, scan this QR code. This is where we do it. And this is the program. This is for you to schedule a one-on-one discussion to see whether we are a good fit to work together on this part. So yeah, I'm supposed to share the screen, but I forgot. So anyway, yeah, so these are the three so-called QR codes. Now, the first question I get is from Rem. So Rem is asking, how can we make your marketplace listing visible on the top of search results? Now, when you want to do that, that means you need to run ads. So basically, I have not touched marketplace ads for a while right now because it's actually essentially only available in US and certain countries. It's not available in my country to run ads on marketplace, and marketplace is not big in my place anyway. So what usually you can do is you can actually list your listing on your marketplace, and you should have an option to either boost it and advertise it. So you click on those buttons, and eventually it would go through. Like you can pay, you can select your your audience targeting and stuff like that, and eventually you'll be able to boost your listing to make sure that it appears when people are searching for something, similar to what you're offering, and hopefully to help you get better results from there. Like I say, I have not touched marketplace advertising for a while, but based on what I know, based on what I worked previously with my clients, it's actually the same as Facebook ads. Facebook advertising as Meta advertising. It's just that because it's in a different so-called environment, as in like marketplace and feed, technically different thing, but it's actually in the same, Facebook environment. There are certain different, setups here and there, but the whole mechanism is always the same. So you can actually go through that yourself. But if you need my help to do it with you, I can definitely walk through the whole setup with you and give you recommendations in terms of audience targeting, placement selections and stuff like that. So if that's what you want to do with me, you can actually scan this QR code. You can book a 30-minute discussion. Make sure you join on Zoom native app and be ready to share your screen, and we will go through the whole setup together. We can actually do it right away with this. Just scan this QR code, buy me a dinner on my Fiverr gig, and schedule a 30-minute call, and we will take it from there. So that's what we do. Okay, so that's the first question. Now the second question is coming from J4. So J4 is asking, if your conversion API isn't working, does that mean the Metapixel won't work either? Does it affect the Metapixel in any way? Theoretically, Metapixel and conversion API are two different things. Now, Metapixel is something that you install on your website, as in like the, like a HTML based kind of thing. So you actually put it in your website code. It's a cookie based tracking whereby, when people come to your website, eventually, if their browser is not blocking the cookies, you will be able to capture information such as how many pages they have visited and stuff like that. But there are certain limitations in terms of stuff you can track. Now, Metapixel is something that we use to actually do attribution tracking, as in like when we run ads, we want to know how many people has converted on our website, driven from our advertisement. At the same time, we also use website audience to do retargeting, as in we will definitely retarget those who have visited our website but yet to purchase. So these are all the things that we actually do. But I would not recommend to use Metapixel as an analytical tool because, to be frank, because of the iOS 14.5 reporting issues, devices blocking issues and stuff, the accuracy on the numbers on Metapixel is actually pretty discounted. It's not 100% for sure. So we don't use that as analytics, but if you want to do analytics as a more reliable, so-called analytical tool that you can use to measure visitors and stuff like that, it's definitely Google Analytics. But what we use Metapixel for is for attribution and retargeting. Now back to your question, if your pixel is working, as in Metapixel is working, but your conversion API is not working, technically, it does not affect the performance of your Metapixel. It's just that now you have to understand, on the other hand, what is conversion API? Conversion API is the redundant application of Metapixel, meaning if Metapixel doesn't work, conversion API would capture the event on the server level. As in, because there are two ways, right? Cookie-based means it's on the website. Now, on server level means it's actually, it's a code that we have to install at the server level. And it's like a redundant, meaning if this doesn't work, Metapixel doesn't work, the conversion API would actually capture the data. And if they both capture the same data, they should actually combine and say this is a one visit or one page view kind of stuff. So that's kind of like a technology that Meta developed to actually use as a backup. So these two should be implemented simultaneously, concurrently on the website. But if the conversion API is not working, if the Metapixel is working, it should be still able to capture, but I would always recommend to get the conversion API fixed. So yeah, so that's my short answer to that. I won't be able to provide any technical support to your conversion API application. You will have to look for an expert to do that because I'm not a technical person, but theoretically, that's my answer. I hope that helps in any way. Okay, now, next, I have a very interesting question coming from the other day. I spoke to a bunch of F&B operators, and they asked me a very interesting question. I think I would really want to actually put up, like a quick answer over here so that I can share with the world. So how can we do effective digital marketing for F&B businesses? Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think that in order to do digital marketing for F&B businesses, you need to have Facebook page, you need to have Instagram account, you need to have everything when you start your business. And whenever you start a business, when you do whatever, just post it on your Facebook page or your own Instagram account, and people will naturally come. And you're hoping that one day somebody came across your establishment, they like your food and all that, they do a video and we go viral about it, and you actually get a flock of customers flocking through your so-called your establishment, your shop, and you just win. In my opinion, that's not how you should approach digital marketing if you're an F&B business. Now, I always like to break marketing into sales and marketing over here. Now, when it comes to marketing, means you want to connect with people who are looking for something that you offer. So when it comes to marketing, it's very important that you have to understand that marketing may take longer to take effect. So you want to do sales at the same time you do your marketing. So let's do this a very simple way. Now, what is a sales and marketing? Sales means you probably run ads on either Google, on Google Maps, or you run ads on Instagram, Facebook. These are sales, meaning you are actually running ads and you're hoping that you bring these people into your funnel. They come to your shop, they go to your establishment, and they eat. So when they come, that's an opportunity for you to do your marketing. But it's not limited to this. But what is a marketing? You ask them to leave a favorable comment or review on your Google listing. So that's marketing, because marketing is really something that gives you impact for the long run. And it actually brings more customer to you, because the more you do your marketing, the lesser you need to focus on your sales, because eventually it will become a machine that works for you. So here's what I always like to highlight. When whatever you do, you have to understand the differences between intent and interest. You see, let's say, for example, I spoke to one of my, like a friend the other day. I actually went to her establishment, and she told me that it's a her. She told me that she spoke to me about like 3-4 years ago, and she took my advice to not to focus on Facebook and Instagram, but focus on Google. And in turn, she spent so much less effort and time and money, and she get so many higher quality audiences, because it really depends on what you do. So let's say, for example, if you're doing, it actually makes sense, because too many people, in my opinion, focus on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but these are the places where you do your regular updates to connect with people. But you have to understand where people look for you. In most cases, in my opinion, as we are making this video, when I'm actually looking for a Japanese restaurant, I don't go to Facebook and look for a Japanese restaurant. I don't go to Instagram and look for a Japanese restaurant. I go to Google and look for a Japanese restaurant. So when I go to Google Map and search for Japanese restaurant, if your listing is not strong, it doesn't come up, you lose the chance. But even though you come up, okay, you should, do your marketing strong enough to have reviews that encourage me to come. Now, before I go to you, the next thing I probably would do is, before calling you, I would go to your Instagram account or your Facebook account to check out what you have got to offer. And then from there, I would make decision whether this is right for me and stuff like that. So it's really about multiple things. But here's the thing, because as a business owner, as an operator, as a entrepreneur, you have a lot of things on your plate right now. You should actually focus your energy on the right thing. You see, I've met so many F&B operators that always believe that it's really important to create good content. Ended up, they spend too much time creating content on social media like Facebook and Instagram. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. Yes, you should, but you have to understand content on social media doesn't have the longevity. As in, like, you post a post on Facebook, you will only get some likes and comments, and up to now, or for a few weeks, or max few weeks down the road. But we are talking about if you do right on every places like Google search and everything, and all combined, especially the Google side of things where people look for you, it actually brings you more clients down the road. Without whatever you post today can still be relevant a year, 2 years down the road. So that's really something that you want to consider building, because sales and marketing is actually something that I always like to focus on when I'm helping businesses to build their customer journey. So for whatever you do, especially in F&B, try to understand where your people will look for you first. So instead of spending a lot of time getting all these influencers doing content for you and all that may bring you viral at the very beginning, you need to always think about at the same time, while this is all sales that you're trying to bring more people to your establishment, the marketing side of things is really something that matters to you as well. I mean, that's really what I learned over the past few years in terms of building my, freelance consulting business like this. At the very beginning, when I first switched over to consulting and coaching, before that, I was running an agency. When I first switched over, I spent a lot of time creating content. And of course, I was doing sales. I was running ads to get people to buy my courses and stuff. But at the same time, I was doing my content building, which is on YouTube. But after 4 years down the road, I spent almost zero budget on advertising right now. But my YouTube videos that I built over the years are working every day in there for me without stop. To bring new clients to me. So that's the marketing. That's really a good example where when marketing done right, over time, it should take care of you, and you can actually spend so much lesser time, effort, and money in terms of your sales. And that's the time where you can actually do different things such as strengthening your offer, sharpening your pitch, and stuff like that. I mean, which is on the consulting side, but that's beneficial to you as well as an F&B business, where if you do things right, if you focus your energy on the right place, that should freeze you to focus more on what you should focus most on, which is the quality of your food. Try to come up with new menu, try to provide the best service to your customer, get the best food over to them and all that. So that's how I would think that a business should approach in any digital marketing in any way. So do not think digital marketing is just social media. There are so many other things, but break it down, try to understand the customer journey is really something that I always encourage every business to do. So if you're running a business and you're trying to really build your digital marketing program to really understand what are the places that you should pay attention to more, and what are the strategy that you should put in place in terms of building the right sales and marketing strategy for your F&B business, whether it's restaurant, cafe, and whatnot, you can actually scan this QR code and we can actually have a discussion, because I do help businesses developing their customer journey and developing their marketing plan, as in digital marketing plan, whereby we will determine what will be the best approach for us to really approach our marketing effort, because marketing takes really, like, you need to build a momentum, you need to do it consistently over time. So I would find the best play for you. Like, not everybody can do YouTube video like me. So what else can we do? What are the platforms that we should be focusing on right now? So we would have discussion, we will find out what works best for you and what would best for the platform that should bring you most customers and sales. And we build a strategy and we implement over time. So that's how I work with a lot of businesses in building their customer journey and implementation in terms of digital marketing program and strategy. So that's what you are looking for. Scan this QR code and let's have a quick chat to really, solve your problem one step at a time. So this will bring you to my Fiverr gig. All you need to do is just buy me a dinner and we can actually have a 30-minute discussion to really understand your struggle, look at what are the best plan that we can build for you, and how can we actually put it into a, like a actionable strategy and schedule, so that you don't need to really struggle, as in, like, when should I do content? How soon should I do content? How often should I do content? What kind of content should I do? Where should I be posting my content on? What is the marketing strategy? How should I expect the revenue to come and the return to come? So all these answers takes a lot of things to look into, but I would definitely happy to work with you to develop a plan that works best for you. So if that's what you're looking for, scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you. Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we get today. Thank you so much for joining me. And it's Sunday anyway, so enjoy the remaining few hours of Sunday and have an awesome week ahead next week. And I look forward to see you again on the coming Sunday. That's where we, answer questions and have chit chats and talk about Facebook ads and digital marketing. So if you have any questions regarding Facebook ads and digital marketing, post your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos, and I'm actually going to bring it over on the following Sunday to answer your question live over here like this. All right. With that, thank you so much. Have an awesome Sunday and awesome week ahead. I'll see you next week. Good night. Bye.